Today is March 7th, 2026. Title of this video, I Pet Goat War Scene Playing Out. What is next? So, a slide that I talked about before. We see the Eclipse, Bin Laden on an iceberg at the 217 mark, and we had a partial solar eclipse on the date 217. And right here looks like the landmass that juts into the Strait of Hormuz, which is now closed. It points towards Iran. So a preparation for war scene, right? Then, exactly 11 days later, on 9/11, on the Islamic calendar, we had the attack of Israel and the United States attacking Iran. So this is one reason, obviously, why they used Bin Laden in the scene. 9/11, the attacks were on 9/11, and it was 11 days after this eclipse. Of course, on 9/11, you had the two buildings that looked like 11. You had Flight 11 hitting one of the buildings, and it was New York State, the 11th state. So there's a lot of 11s associated with 9/11. And then this scene is a war scene here. The girl wearing the tiger on the back of her jacket. And February 28th, the day of the attacks, that was in the month of the tiger. And you can see the number 28 hidden in the fireworks, right? Month of the tiger, 28. Then I talked about this scene right here relating, to the Super Bowl trophy, then the blood moon eclipse, right? We got the red halo over surrounding the woman's head, her head in the shape of the Super Bowl Lombardi trophy. Then said to watch out for the blood moon eclipse on 3/3 and see if something happens related to the scene. Well, actually, it was the very next day on 3/4 we had something related to the scene because we had a U.S. sub sinking an Iranian warship. So, and you can see the warship sinking with its nose way up in the air, just like you see in this image, the day after the blood moon eclipse. So it's the first time anything like this has happened since World War II that the U.S. has sunk a ship with a torpedo. Now that 3/4 date that we sunk the ship is also hidden in this scene. So you hear the trumpet sounding, and he blows the party favor, which could be a torpedo or a missile. But listen to the sound of the trumpet. Okay, it makes the sound, no, no. And if you look at the virtual keyboard and you hit these notes, no, no, these are the notes of C and D. Well, that is the third letter, and this is the fourth letter, the third and fourth letter. So they play those notes, which would correspond to March 4th, right? 3/4. And this also relates to March 4th, 2022. This girl waving the white flag has the colors of the Ukrainian flag, the no nuclear symbol, on her cheek. And on March 4th, 3/4, the Russian military forces attacked and seized the largest nuclear power plant in Europe. So, relates to the sinking of the ship and the attack of this power plant, right? And Baron Samedi can also be like Uncle Sam, because Uncle Sam wears the top hat, right? And we associate the 4th of July fireworks, and you see the fireworks behind Baron Samedi. So this could be telling us, which just happened, an attack led by the United States. Now, what's next? What other dates are we looking for? Well, you can see the pi symbol on Baron Samedi's cheek, but the party favor is blown from his teeth that look like the uppercase pi. And so, naturally, we're going to look at Pi Day, 314. And if you look at Samedi in reduction, it equals 28. The attack was on the 28th. And Samedi also means Saturday in French. So it happened on a Saturday on the 28th. So that's why they're showing Baron Samedi in this scene. But look at Pi Day. It's also a Saturday. Baron Samedi also equals 105, the 14th triangular number. And this would be 14 days after the initial attack. So on the initial attack, the supreme leader of Iran, Ali Khamenei, was taken out. 86 years and 45 weeks old. So he was 86th, essentially, by the 45th president, Donald Trump. But he's also the 47th. He's currently the 47th, but he's also the 45th. Now, when we look at this coming Pi Day, it will be 86 years and 47 weeks after the birth of Ali Khamenei. Another date to watch could be this Good Friday, April 3rd, the 93rd day of the year. So, in iPet Goat, they refer to the scene as the Pieta scene. And Pieta is the sculpture done by Michelangelo depicting Mary holding Jesus after he died on the cross. So that would relate to, obviously, Good Friday. But also the 314 mark includes this scene right here, which begins on the 312 mark. So we'll see what happens, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Take care.